Hello. Oh, the microphone's over here. Hello. Welcome to Truth Runs Deep podcast. I'm Terryn,
I'm Kalli.
and we're here to talk about all things Law and Order, SVU, the mothership, organized crime, who I don't even know, fanfic writing, and more. Who even knows these days?
We
I need some water first before we didn't warm up or anything. But anyway,
we just decided to do it.
let's do it. What today is? There's two
20th?
birthdays. Yeah, there's two
There's two
birthdays. There's something.
birthdays coming up.
I was thinking of what day of the week it was. That's how I was like, is it
Monday.
You put videos out on Wednesday?
There's two videos coming up. One on Friday, one on Saturday.
There's two on. Actually, there's three birthdays. I lied.
Yeah, one on Friday, one on Saturday. I said that.
No, there's three birthdays.
There's three birthdays.
Yes.
Oh, right. Yes. Now I remember.
There's three birthdays.
Two on Friday. One on
Yes.
Saturday.
I was like, there's three actually. Now that I think about it, there's three.
So the first one is the wonderful BD Wong, who's on
Yes.
Friday.
Yeah.
And we saw him in the premiere for sad reasons, but we saw him in the premiere.
Yeah. It's been like a long time.
Saturday is McLeod.
One moment. Keep talking though. Hey, take a phone.
Saturday is McLeod, and even though he's not on the show anymore, we still love Jalen Shaw. So McLeod's birthday is a Saturday. And then last but certainly not least, of course, this Friday, the 24th, is the wonderful, incredible, amazing, talented, amazing, wonderful Raul Esparza's birthday. And if you're new to the show, we love that man with everything in us, and we desperately want him to come back to the show. We also want him to go back to Broadway. We will support literally whatever he does. But it has been too long since Olivia and Ferva have talked, and they need to fix it. Too damn long. I think that's it. Yeah. So 2 birthdays Friday, 1 Saturday. We will, so happy birthday to all of them coming up. We will definitely be writing stuff for it, especially Barson, because that's what we do. And yeah. I don't know if there's a birthday project this year or not. I know we usually ask. I will check.
Sorry, I had to take that. My beautician was calling and asking me to change the time again, but for real this time we have the time. Let me pretend. But sorry, Dick, that was important.
I was saying we don't know.
I think a friend of ours is hosting Esparza Palooza this week. I'll send it if you haven't seen it. That's what the project kind of thing. The people who normally do it aren't doing it this year. So
okay,
a friend of ours
was just about to ask them and say.
I don't think they are, but a friend of ours is hosting something else. So if you are interested, let me see if I can find. I will. If you didn't see it, I'm gonna
send it to me because I'm like, what are you talking about? I need to be there for a Rollapalooza.
Let me send it to you. A friend of ours made it. So if y'all are interested, I will put it in the link in the description. But I will send it to. I send it to you so you can see it if you're interested in doing it.
Yeah, literally. Send it.
Oh, I forgot I was. I didn't pause the game, and oh well. Anyway, I think we've covered everything. Not covered everything. I think you covered the birthday. It's the only thing that's happening. There's an article I forgot to link it. It was just a funny little quote from Kelly about a line she wanted to change.
Yeah, it will be fun to see. Oh, we're so glad she's back.
Yeah, so we're happy because we have to talk about that, and that's very fun. Kelly is back.
Yeah.
At the very end of the episode, but it's okay. It's okay.
It's fine. We get more of her.
Exactly. So we forgive them for this.
For the rest of the season, it's fine.
They hyped it up like she was going to be like in the episode, and then she wasn't to the end. But it's okay. We'll forgive them because we get to see her all the time, though. So it's all right.
Did you send me the thing?
I did
Where did you send me the thing?
on Twitter to your DMs.
Okay, I was like, it hadn't loaded yet.
Okay, but so I don't think anything else is happening. Law and Order and SVU. We had 2 episodes.
Okay, that explains it.
Yes, we got.
That explains why you were like, we have to finish it. Okay, yes.
Yeah, so we'll finish it. We didn't start it, but we'll finish it.
We will start it soon and make sure
Yeah,
we
we
finish
just
it.
had something good we were writing, and then I was like, it's too good to stop at the moment.
Yeah.
But
Does it have to follow through one of the prompts? Go with
I
one
don't
of the prompts?
I don't think so. I think those were just ideas. You can do whatever you want to do.
Okay, I have 1 or 2 of them that the idea still works for, but anyway, okay, let's get to
Yeah, you
it.
don't have to. So not SVU, the
I mean,
mothership.
we're doing it together, so.
Yeah, hold on. I feel like when I cut it, it was cute when I first cut it. Now it's just kind of being everywhere.
No, I feel that my hair's starting to grow again, and I'm just like,
That's just everywhere. But I am getting a haircut though, so I will not have super long hair anymore. But that's not till next. Oh, I need to change it on my calendar. But while we're talking, okay.
oh
So
my gosh,
because she's like, hey,
so
because
frazzled right now.
because she told me like 8 o'clock. Then she told me 7:30. Then she told me 8 o'clock. Then she told me 12 o'clock. And then she's like 10:30 for real this time. And I said, all right,
Why does she keep changing it?
because she works by herself. And she does different stages of people at different times. She's like, I don't want you to be here all day. So because Black people at the hair salon, it's a different experience, okay? It's very long.
It takes, yeah, I know. For you guys, you said it takes all day, right?
It can be an all-day thing. So she's trying to maximize her time here and told me to come at a different time. I said, all right. You're doing me a service on. So anyway, Law and Order is called 2 and 20. There are some kids, they're not kids. There's some people talking that work for a company. I guess they just walk down the street. You don't know they work for a company yet. But it's like, your son's going to Harvard. Congratulations, and apparently,
Big deal.
yeah, because they have a lot of, they don't necessarily have a lot of money per se. So him getting into Harvard, being able to pay for Harvard is the experience. But so they're walking, and then they cut to another scene, and this man is dead. Not this 2 men that were talking, a different man's dead. His name is Sean Keller, and he's a Wall Street guy, so he's very rich. He owns a company, and I believe it's my name is blanking on her name. Their lieutenant Brady. Brady's like, but she says maybe every once in a while it's not good to be a legend because this Wall Street guy is dead.
Dead. They go to the
ME's office.
ME's office, and they find out that the guy was hit 10 to 12 times in the head, likely with a crowbar,
which is something to remember later. But this is the ME says like thin and thin like item, so that's why they think it's a crowbar, but it may not necessarily be a crowbar.
They have to go tell the wife what happens, and she literally faints.
Yeah, she did. Literally, they were just kind of standing there, and
like she was literally just in the middle of talking, and all of a sudden she faints. I mean, fair enough. She was literally just told her husband was dead.
Oh man, I'm not kidding. Yeah. Cause so then they go talk to some employees at the store, not the store, the
place,
the company. And they kind of were like, hey, he's always complaining that like we don't work hard enough. Like he's always complaining about them, and they work a lot of hours and they work very hard. They say themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they say he just got a custom made putter, which is like a golf club. So it's like if you don't know about golf, I had a roommate, he was a golfer, so I know a little bit more about golf than I did before. The putter is, well, I think most of us have this. The really skinny one, the one with the skinny like bottom is the putter. the one you use, at putt putt. If you've ever been yet. Anyway, so then they go talk to another guy, and it turns out this guy's having an affair with. They're having an affair together, and they were gonna go on a trip.
So yes, this guy is married to a woman, but there is having a gay affair. Yes, we understand the sounds of that, but that is what's happening.
Yes. Which wasn't made relevant. Luckily, it wasn't a relevant thing to the case, which I felt like would have been crazy if it was. It's okay.
It would have been, yeah. They just mentioned it.
Yeah, which is fine. I think that was a fine way to handle that. Like, feelings are normal. Whatever you're doing with your life doesn't mean it's moral, but it's whatever. They go talk to the wife, being like, "Hey, did you know he was having an affair with a man?" She was like, "No."
She couldn't believe it. She didn't want to believe it, but they had to tell her.
Yeah, they had to go tell her that. And they have a young son, so they're this kid not having a father is very sad.
He's like, "Are you gonna find the people that killed my dad?"
Yeah, they're like,
and Riley's like, "We're gonna do our very best."
yeah.
And it's like, oh my god, no, why is it sad?
Yep. So then this episode goes kind of fast, so because it's easy to explain. There's nothing too complicated about it.
Yeah, literally, it's very simple. What happens?
It's a very simple episode,
and it's done.
Yeah, it's very simple. So they say there's a guy who works for the company who wanted to sue him. So then there's two other guys that they particularly talk about who work at the company. I don't remember their really names, but they were there. Well, one of them we'll know in a minute. They talked to this one employee. His name is Nick Rossi, which is very important to the story. They were like, he acts like the boss acts like he owns you. Like, you can't do anything else besides work you get a lot of money, but he's very mean, apparently.
Yeah.
So then they take his coffee cup, kind of thing, and they talk to the other workers, and they're like, "Yeah,
like, I'm not giving you any DNA."
Yeah.
And then he leaves. They realize he left the coffee cup.
Snatched.
So they're like, "Oh well, it's ours now."
Yeah. So then they find out there's a match to the putter, and they match essentially. So then they're going to court.
And the guy is like, he was an absolutely disrespectful human being. And basically is like, I had to do it. They're like, what? So the defense argues that it's battered banker syndrome. So, like, battered wife syndrome, but banker.
Which I think the defense makes a good case here. The fact that, like, you're the people who, of a person who can abuse you doesn't have to be like a romantic partner. There are people who are abusive in friendships, or boss and client, boss and employee kind of thing, as they talk about in the episode. Which I think the defense makes it.
It's very true.
Yeah, that's why. I also will say it's true from experience. So I think that the defense is making a fair case here.
And if you're like, I'm gonna say millennial Gen X like us, you might recognize a defense attorney from somewhere.
Yes.
It's Psychowitz from Victorious, which is hilarious because it's weird seeing him play a serious character, but he did a good job.
Yeah, played for someone who's completely unserious and all. I haven't watched Victorious in a minute.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, so
Victorious is funnier when you're an adult because you kind of understand what they're talking about now. It's
we find out the dead guy was abusing his employees. Verbally.
Yeah, he was saying a lot of mean things.
Things. There's even on camera.
Yeah, he's humiliating them. He's saying a lot of stuff that he really shouldn't say to people. It's pretty.
And
that's not quite it either.
Oh my god, your shirt.
Yes, I have a Tiny Chef shirt on, and I'm trying to camera. There you go. I think I fixed my camera. It wasn't in the spot. I have a tiny Chef shirt.
Yay.
But what was I saying? Sorry, I distracted.
So they bring up like the episode of like the episode title, and they're like, 2 and 20%. So it's like
It's something about the percentages of something. I think it's like I don't know what it was. I was distracted and didn't write the line down. But oh man, this is you could stop. It's something about 2. That I don't know. Something about I'll have to look up what that means again. Let's see if I Google can
I'll
find
look
the
it up
answer.
right now. Because they said it in the episode and I was not paying attention.
It says 2 and 20 commonly refers to a fee structure in a hedge fund or privately equity industries where managers charge a 2% annual management fee on assets under management and a 20% performance fee on profits. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know what that means either. Okay.
We see if somebody can tell me simply what does that mean? Simple, because I'm not that big brained. I am, but not in that.
Anyway, then the defense has somebody named Mr. Addis testify, and turns out his son used to work for
I don't know. So no one knows. Somebody who's smarter than us. Tell us break it down for me. Anyway, continue.
So the defense is having a father of somebody who used to work for the man testify, who died at his desk, quite literally. Basically, there's like no days off, no sick days. The guy was told he couldn't leave for work for 72 hours.
Which is like almost 3 days.
Which is almost 3 days.
4 days.
And he died at his desk. Like, yikes.
Yeah, it's 3 days. 3 days. So there's some people, it's like a break, and then there's some people kind of arguing or something, and then
they're like, Nolan's like, it's really like a worthy defense, and the judge lets it in, and the guy's testifying, and he's like, but did he like directly do anything to your son? And Nolan's like, did he directly do anything to your son? And the father goes, if it wasn't for John Geller, my son would still be alive. I guarantee that. And it's like, yeah, this is getting dicey.
Literally.
Even though he had a heart condition, but it's like, yeah, he had a heart attack.
Essentially, he had
the work.
Died. Yeah, the stress from the job was too much for him. If he hadn't gone home in 3 days, that's kind of 3 days is a long time to work.
So then the defendant testifies he was the one who found the guy dead.
Yeah, his name was Ted, I think.
Dead.
Ted
and he was worried that he was going to end up like Ted. So he killed John before John could kill him. And he explained how he was like, he's from like a not like wealthy background like all the others, so like he couldn't afford to lose his job because it would be hard to find another one, because it says rich kids get to quit, kids who go to Fordham don't.
Yeah, so he's like, I can't afford to not have a job in New York City, so I just have to take this abuse from this man. So then
they go to one of the other employees and they're like, we need you to testify. And then the guy's like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, and he's like, but what are you talking about? And he's like, he didn't make me rich enough.
Yeah, and it turns out that he's the CAO now. Nolan is like, you son of a bitch.
And it's like, you didn't make me rich enough, so what do I have to lose?
So then Um,
So, so
Sam,
they kind of, Sam and Nolan are
Sam
talking.
and Nolan are talking, and she's like saying they should offer a lesser charge. Um, literally just because he snapped, like he reached his breaking point, and he got to the breaking point. And then she's like, Nolan is like, why? And Sam,
Mhm.
mentioning her own experience, says you try really hard to
Yeah.
fit in, be one of them, but deep down, you know you're not. And then she goes, you know I like to root for the underdog. And then he has a little smile on his face and he goes, I know. So cute. Get
Yeah,
together already.
exactly. Maybe we'll get it together
So
eventually.
unfortunately, the nice moment doesn't last long because
I
during the cross examination, Nolan literally starts using Sam's words
like what?
in his cross. And he's like, oh, so it was, you tried really hard to fit in, be one of them, but deep down you know you're not. And it's like, Nolan,
This is not correct either,
Nolan, what
Nolan.
the fuck? That's not what she was telling
You
you.
gotta get this together. Like I'm kind of sick of it now. Like listen,
Like,
you're
literally, every time we try to give you the benefit of the doubt, you decide to be
you,
stupid again.
exactly like stop being mean. Like he's
Stop
just
being
being
mean. And
literally. We know it's
he
your
goes
job.
on and he's like, you didn't suffer from battered bankard syndrome. You suffered from
Um,
imposter syndrome.
I said, oh,
It's like, oh, Jesus.
ouch.
And then so eventually it gets to the point where and so he's like, and so you killed your boss. And the guy's
Yeah,
like, you're damn right I did.
yeah.
And the son of a bitch got what he deserved.
And then you're
And
like,
he's like,
oh no, he's confessed now.
yeah.
They're like,
So
well, now he's confessed on the stand.
now he
There's nothing
confessed.
we can
He's
do.
all guilty. They realize it wasn't because he was trying to defend himself. Yada yada
Mm-hmm.
yada. And so as they're walking out, on the streets, Sam looks at Nolan and goes, I aspire to be as cold hearted as you one day.
Exactly. Like, damn. Like he's
He
just like
says,
it's a little too hard. Something like,
yeah. And
like,
Nolan goes, good luck.
yeah,
Basically,
like,
because he's like, he knows Sam
yeah,
isn't as cold hearted as him. Like,
yeah,
there's no way she's gonna get to his state.
yeah. Like people. Oh, we think we didn't mention that. We think we kind of said it earlier, but like this man was saying that like not Ted, the employee, the one who stole the one who did this. Nick says that, well, one of Nick's employees, one of the other employees testifies, and he's like, yeah, this man was horrible, and I recorded him one day, and he says, we didn't like mention the line, but he says like, he starts calling Nick like Italian, like he's an ex-Italian, and they starts calling him like derogatory things related to being Italian, and then kind of said he was dumb, and then said he couldn't leave or take a break, or he hit him with the baseball bat. So like this man was ruthless, and now he won't be abusing his employees anymore.
Yeah.
There's an SVU episode similar to this, but they
So,
kill the boss. There's an episode.
do I think it's bad that the boss was abusive? Yes.
Wait,
Do we go
kill.
straight to committing murder?
No.
Yeah.
There's an SVU episode, and the older one, similar to this, where the boss. It's like I think it's a woman. It's two women in this case, and she like slaps her, and it's caught on TV, or not caught on TV, but like
Yeah.
got in the tabloids, and then this woman ends up like self exiting on the live TV, and they're like, oh my god, it's a whole long. The episode's kind of crazy because there's some plot twists and stuff going on
Yeah.
about money, and there's
I know
this
what you're talking about.
anyway.
Anyway, so back to the Sam and Nolan conversation. Nolan's like, good luck. And then Sam goes on and is like, I kind of feel like that way sometimes with the imposter syndrome. And Nolan goes, no, you're different. You're no imposter, Sam. Okay, fine. You get a little bit of grace back. That was sweet.
Just a little,
Just a
maybe.
little. He's basically saying, no, Sam, you belong here with all the rest of us. You're a damn
Yes.
good lawyer, and etc.
Yeah.
And then Sam goes, well, it's the way I see the world, I suppose. And then end.
Yeah.
I give it 3.
Yeah, it's all right. It's an all right episode. It's short, sweet. Well, not really short. Same at times. Sometimes they just go faster than others when like you kind of know when they kind of don't take too much time to like do plot twists and stuff. It just doesn't seem that long.
Now we gotta get to SVU.
And
And oh boy,
next week, Thursday is called Bend the Knee. This is Bend the Knee for real, okay? I know we accidentally called
it before. Now it actually is.
Yeah, every like the past 2 episodes we thought were Bend the Knee. This has Bend the Knee for real this time. So this is an interesting choice. This kind of feels. It says a law partner of a prominent government client is murdered. Baxter must convince making political concessions for the case to be a success. Basically, the suspect is there's the son of a diplomat.
And they're like Nolan and Sam are like, so because he's a son of a diplomat, he gets away with it.
Exactly. Like that's what's going on. They're like, so Baxter.
Baxter is like, okay, so Baxter has like 2 choices currently: charge it,
or don't charge.
Let him go, or charge him and risk losing his job.
Yeah, because people talk when you're the district attorney. People talk.
Yeah, but knowing Baxter, he's probably still gonna have his job, but also be justice.
We're gonna do both.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So that is it. So SVU, it is called Clickbait, which is I think one of the best ones so far. I think
it's such a good one, and makes sense now that I think about it. It makes sense with Clickbait.
Yes. So
luckily there are these like kids that are going on a field trip.
They're some private school kids in their private school uniforms. They're extra, those kids. Okay,
yeah. They're joking around, yada yada yada.
They're on the bus. Their teacher's like, calm down, everyone.
And then she starts talking to herself, and she goes, "No, Mom, I don't want to be a nurse. I want to be a teacher."
Yeah, she's pretty miserable because these high schoolers are being horrible at the moment.
Then all of a sudden, a car comes out of nowhere and hits the bus.
Yeah, like T-bones the bus here. But luckily, a bus is bigger than a car, so the bus didn't actually turn over or anything. So nobody was hurt too bad.
All the kids are like coming off the bus. All the kids are trying to record like what's going on, and then all of a sudden the teacher's like checking on her students, and she stops.
Everybody's mostly okay. Nobody's horribly injured from this incident.
She stops at one, and she's like, "This poor little girl's like, this girl's like shaking."
They're like, "You good?
What's going on?" And then all of a sudden we see blood running down her legs.
Yeah, and she falls out. She
falls over. And yeah, we then transition to Olivia is getting dinner or lunch or whatever with the new
I don't know exactly. They didn't figure out what time of day it was. I think they mixed because the restaurant is dark, so you can't tell what time of day it is. But also, it's also just been daytime, so I'm confused. But it's okay.
So she brings up, she's like, "Oh, I heard you had a son." And she goes, and Olivia goes, "Yes, Noah's 15."
So is it lore correct? Still not lore correct, canon correct either, but it's okay. I don't write scripts,
at least we got an age now. Fine.
Yeah. They decided what this age is, but it's still not correct according to their own timeline. Like, but it's okay.
She asked her if she had any kids, and she said, "Unfortunately, it was never in the cards for me." He then brings up deputy chief job again, being like, "Oh, you can make your own schedule.
You can hang out with your family."
And Olivia is pretty much like, "Look,
no,
I'm not looking for a desk job. I'm out on cases because that's where victims are and where I'm needed." And she's like, "So I'm offering something you'll never want." And Olivia's like, "Yep,
yeah,
pretty much,
yep." I'm going nowhere.
She then goes, with like Detective Velasco out. "I know you're gonna need another detective." And she goes, "I've heard Detective Rollins is looking around." And it's like, oh, so that's how this comes up.
Yeah, you're like, oh. Like, she's looking around.
And Olivia's like, "What? Why are we bringing this up?" And she's like, "To be honest, trying to get you to like me."
Yeah. We aren't totally sure if we like her or not yet.
Figured Rollins is the way to do. Figure
Fair,
Rollins is the
fair
way to do
argument.
that.
We don't know for certain if there's any like notorious intentions here
Yeah.
yet. I feel like they're gonna at least wait till the season, mid-season. They'll make us wait till at least the mid-season, probably.
Olivia then gets a call, and she has to go to the hospital for the case.
Gotta do her job.
The girl, her name is Penny. She's 13. Her fallopian tube had ruptured.
Basically, she's had a we'll
She
say
was
it.
pregnant.
She had an ectopic pregnancy, which is when the fetus isn't in the uterus but in the fallopian tube, which is bad because it'll basically explode at some point. It'll be real bad if you don't have
If
it
it's
removed.
not treated, you might die.
Yeah, you get septic, and because the fetus can't live there, so it will die, and then you will go septic and also die. So this is why abortion legislation is very important, because some states do not cover ectopic pregnancy. They will consider that abortion. But that's not necessarily always the case, because the fetus isn't going to live there. You can't just like take the fetus and move it. It doesn't work like that. You can't just like, once it's in there, it's too late to like save it. So like legislators don't have that correct when they try to make anti-abortion laws.
Yeah. And so that happens, and then they're like, okay, so they go to talk to the school principal to be like, we need information on this.
To let us in, please.
And then the principal is like, oh, I mean, I don't really know. Like, nah, don't really want to let you guys in. And then Olivia and Corey are like, oh, okay. I guess we'll let it get out to the news then that there's a 13-year-old girl that's pregnant.
Yeah, goodness.
The principal changed her tune real fast.
They're like, no, I'll tell you. You can look if you want now. Like, thank you. That's what I thought you said. Like, that's what I thought you said.
Yeah. Then they talked to like her friends and her classmates, and they're basically were like, somebody was sending out pictures of the girl, of Penny. So they get the pictures, and it shows Penny with a older male.
Her like
happens to be a teacher at the school.
Yeah.
And so they're back at the precinct. They're all looking at the pictures. Griffin is pissed.
Yeah, but like, hey man.
And Curry's like, it never gets easier for what it's worth. And he's like, oh my god, how do you guys do this? Bruno, totally monotone from his desk, goes, don't have kids.
And I'm like, well,
in our universe,
a lot of people were saying, everybody who writes fics about Bruno were like, that won't be in your cards. Sorry.
Yeah, like in our universe, our writing universe, he's got 3. He's got triplets. But yeah, no, it was funny. He's like, don't have kids.
You got dogs, sorry. Then they find out this man is one of the teachers at the school, Mr. Huxley. He's 32.
Teacher. He's 32. Yeah. And he was mysteriously let go of his previous teaching job for similar, possibly
allegations. These are allegations. None said they were true, but they were allegations made against the lady.
And so they then have to show Penny's parents
like, do
pictures,
you?
And they're horrified. Yeah. And the dad is pretty much like, you need to go get him
before I do.
Before I do. And then they go and they're like, predators often manipulate the most vulnerable.
Yeah, because she's a kid, you know.
And then I remember in the promo, like they said that they're talking about pictures with AI. So I was like, I bet this guy actually wasn't with her.
Yeah, there's something that doesn't feel right about this.
So they pick up the principal, not the principal, the teacher. They bring him in. He starts panicking.
Yeah.
Really badly.
Okay.
Because they're using his past against him. Now they got this. Griffin is going, really hard into him.
Yeah, he's grilling him hard, extremely
hard.
hard, harder than he should. You know.
And then, Bruno finally gets him out of the room. And
Well, Olivia knocks on the. Olivia's not.
Yeah.
Olivia knocks on the glass. He knows this is when you have to stop for real. She doesn't get you. So.
Then they both leave, and Bruno starts like face to face with Griff. He goes, "I swear to God, Griff."
Exactly. It's like you can't. People. It leads to. We all know, like when you yell at people like that, they shut down, and it leads to false confessions. And the real perpetrators, still out there. They're like, you can't just throw people.
They're both yelling at each other, and Olivia goes, "You need to take a walk and cool off."
Well, yeah. Well, actually, he's like, no. She starts delegating tasks, and he's like, "What about me?" And she's like, "Take a walk." Griff is being a lot. Griff is being a lot at the moment. So
Bruno is not liking him.
Yeah, they're gonna be fine. I feel like they clash. They're gonna be clashing.
Sorry, we're Team Bruno.
Yeah. Somebody tweeted. One of a friend of mine tweeted he's like a big dog going against a small dog here. Like, you don't understand. Bruno does not care. Bruno.
Oh, and it's the second time we've heard Bruno yelling, and then I was like,
oh, every once in a while you just get him real mad.
And no, Kevin's yelling is intense. So so there's that. That's what I literally wrote down. The boys are fighting.
Yeah, I think the Law and Order page tweeted that or something also.
Yeah. So then they get into it some more, and they
talk to Teru, and they say this really is AI imagery.
The photos aren't real. They're made of AI, and they were made at the school using a new website called New Day, but it's spelled Nudai.
Yeah. I had the TV caption. That's how I knew what it was spelled like. Cause it was like,
and they're like, well, they try to get warrants, and Creasy's like, well, we can't get warrants because of like free speech and privacy
and all that kind of stuff. You can't just ask for it.
But you can ask them nicely.
Yeah, ask the company nicely to hand it over. Okay, so I can't make them, but you can ask.
And Olivia's like, try to be nice, okay?
Yeah. So then,
I forget who. I think it was Curry and Olivia. Not Curry and Olivia. Curry and Bruno, who go to talk to the guy who runs the company, and he's got like 2-3 kids of his own.
Yeah.
And
they're running around playing around the house, how kids are.
And he's like, that's not the priority of like, quote unquote, porn is not the priority of this system.
They're like, well, that's what it's being used for.
And he's like, yeah, 3 million people use it just cause. And they're like, okay, well, we need your information. Yeah. So then Penny has woken up because we forgot to mention that she had fallen into like a kind of coma because of the rupture.
She had lost like a lot of blood. Oh, she lost a lot of blood.
So yes, she's awake. She's alive. She does not want to talk to anybody.
No.
And so Olivia goes into like a little like story time of how she hates the hospital.
Well, really.
She's been there more often than she wants. She goes, I have been shot. Yeah. I have been stabbed.
More than once.
Poisoned once. So that was fun.
Yeah, I was like, there's a lot more times you could also mention Olivia when you got jumped.
Jesus, stop putting Olivia through shit.
Yeah, I was like, when you got jumped, that other time, there was a car accident, there was some other stuff. There's a long list of things. That was the simplified list of, you couldn't do a lot.
Then goes on, and it says that the father of the baby was a 10th grader. She was not forced.
Yeah.
But she wishes that they didn't do it.
Yeah, but there was nothing they could do.
They have regrets, but it was consensual. So the boy's name is Bryce Cole. So they bring him in, and the mom is like, Bryce Cole, you need to tell the detectives what
she full names him with his full legal name. I said, oh.
And he's like, okay, so, like, she's pregnant, so.
Mhm.
And she goes, oh my god, you're worse than your father.
Exactly. Like, what does that mean? Like, what is happening in this story, this family's
And
life? We'll
they're
never know,
like,
I guess.
so they're trying to figure out if he's the one who, like, put out the pictures. They're like, we need to open your phone. What's the password? He goes,
Well,
6969.
initially he doesn't want to hand over. His mom was like, "I pay for that phone. You're handing it over." So,
And she's like, what's the password? And he goes,
is
6969.
this for real?
Seriously?
Exactly. Like, bro, like beef. Well, he is a teenager. I forget that. Like,
And he then
went
explains
off.
his new girlfriend, Haley, did this because she was A, jealous of Penny, and B, the music teacher gave her a seat.
Like, you deserved it.
So she made the pictures to get back at both of them.
Yeah. So they go to arrest her.
They do. They literally arrest her. And they
Olivia.
go to her and they're like, we heard you're very good at making pictures.
Exactly. They're like, "What did?"
And
She's like, "What did I do?" And like, she's acting all night like she didn't know what she was doing.
yeah, she was like, didn't think she was actually getting arrested. She's like, I said I was sorry. It was a joke.
I was like,
Like,
"Girls,
please don't arrest me. They have to freaking arrest you. You made child porn.
yeah, literally, that's what it is because it doesn't matter if it doesn't matter if children making it are also children. It's still considered child porn." So,
So then they get so they have her and
yeah.
then they bring in Carisi and Jones
Mhm.
and they're all discussing the case. They find out the pictures are AI, and that apparently this AI thing is getting bad because there is a shooting in one neighborhood because of AI photos, and then an S side in
Mhm.
another neighborhood because of the photos.
Yeah. So
They even bring up Price's case from a few episodes ago
that
with the
episode two.
girl who stabbed the guy in the park who made the pictures of her.
Yeah. So like continuity is great. So like knowing that,
Like,
like
yeah, so
I'd appreciate it.
Tracy is like, yeah, we know this is a problem and we know it can get convicted.
Yeah. So
But
basically
then
they're like,
he's
so
like,
what
but
do?
what do you want to do?
Yeah.
And Olivia's like, go after the companies.
Yeah. Let's
And
do
they're
it.
kind of like, we
Make a case about how this
like,
would work.
yeah, because it's like kind of iffy trying to go after them with like free speech and whatnot. And then she's like, okay, Griffin, show him. So they
See,
pull up a random picture of a girl and they're like,
yeah,
okay, Ken, this is your cousin. And he starts putting AI directions in. And at first it's like, okay, take your top off,
yeah,
flush your cheeks.
yeah,
And he wants to stop there. And
yeah.
Olivia's like,
Keep going.
show
So
them.
they're
Show
like,
them.
like it's there's like stick your tongue
And
out.
then they do splatter glue on her face.
Yeah, and stick her tongue out. So
Stick
you
her
can
tongue out
imply what that
and
law looks like
splatter glue
together.
on her face. You can imply what the glue actually is.
Yes. So you
And
all
so,
understood.
yeah,
Yes.
Carisi and
They're like, all
Jones.
right, that's enough. We don't even.
Okay, we get it. We're gonna figure it out. We'll go talk to the lawyers, even though it. And so we'll go talk to Baxter. So they go
Yeah.
to
So
talk to Baxter,
they go
and we're like,
talk to
we
her.
need to like bring this up
Yeah.
in court. And Baxter's like, there isn't really like any like
Legal legislation.
precedent,
There's
legal
no.
precedent. And their Sonny's like, yes, because it takes them a month and a half to decide on their lunch order. They
Like,
freaking decide on legal shit.
exactly. They're taking too long.
And he's like, okay.
Sure.
Baxter was like, okay, I guess we can fine him. And
Yeah.
they're
So,
like, a fine is not enough, sir. Like, this is destroying lives and they face no consequences.
yeah. There's people really think this scene is funny because there's a wind blowing. Yeah, Peter's hair is blowing
Somebody
because
forgot gel.
somebody forgot their hair gel because there's a lot of wind in this. Like when they were filming this, so like
Yeah, but either
yeah,
way, Baxter's like, okay, you've convinced me. Go do it. And
yeah,
Tracy goes, let's go. Literally. So then they arrest the guy who made the software.
Mhm.
And
Uh,
so the defense is like, what? And
yeah,
Creasy goes to the judge, and the defense attorney is like, Sonny, you know this is a stretch. And I was like, does everyone call him that now?
yeah, they're like somebody was saying that like this is a good thing because he's gotten the respect that like
Yeah, everybody's listening to.
yeah,
They're
he's
calling
gotten
him Sonny, but
some
I was like,
respect.
when did we start going from Dom Creasy to first name? Anyway,
Yeah. So
so
now we're serious.
it's
Now
just
we're
like, this is a stretch. And then, like, this is a stretch. Like, this is, like, the kid made the photo. Like, that's not
that's not the company's fault.
company's fault. And then Creasy goes, well, if you get a child a gun
Which is
and they shoot someone, aren't you still the one responsible for this?
yes, legally yes.
Legally, yes. So the judge is like, all right,
Let's
I'll
do it
let
then.
I'll let it in. I'll let it in.
Yeah.
So both Penny and Mr. Huxley
I
testify.
kind of do like a parallel back and forth between them in the like editing of it. So they're like both talking kind of at the
So
same time, not at the same time.
they both go like, he ruined my life.
Yeah, essentially they're both making the same case of this.
And so then they get the owner to testify, and the defense is like, you didn't make the photos, right? And he's like, no. He says, people can make people happy, like, with the photos.
Yeah.
And he shows like a good example, and he's like, oh, say we took a judge, and he
Well,
says,
it's literally the judge on
the
the bench.
the judge of the case. And I go, oh, say
He
he's a
missed out on there. He's a Swiftie. He's at
Swiftie,
there.
he missed out on Eras Tour. Well, I could just with a few clicks of a button, and I got a picture of him that looks like he's at
There's tour,
Eras Tour. It's like, look, this is what you can do.
Yeah.
And then Creasy's like, okay, but if you can do that, what about other
Mm.
things?
Yeah.
And he says that he claims any adult purpose requires a paywall, anything that's like required by law. And
You're
he's
like,
like, okay, so like we could go in, and he literally is like, what? And remove the judge's clothes? The judge
you're
is
like,
like, hey. It's like,
listen, it's too.
apologies.
Yeah.
Apologies, Your Honor.
Yeah. It's
Which
like,
that's literally the point. It's like,
yeah.
it's as simple
Yeah.
as putting somebody in a concert as is telling the
Yeah.
system to make
It's
somebody new.
no longer. Yeah. Like,
So
so
then they find another guy who used to work with the owner.
yeah, they were so Curry finds something that's like there was a co-founder, but he was bought out of the company. He bought himself out of the company
Yeah,
because
and they're like, what? How was it like working with him? And they're like, I left because it was this stuff was getting bad, and he didn't care.
yeah,
And they're like, what do you mean? And so then they find an old ad that basically says, why date when you can see a girl naked?
yeah, it's like
Basically, like, they're putting out that they can specifically like put, you can make nude photos of women on their website.
yeah. Instead of going to go on a date and go do whatever you're doing, you're like, oh,
Yeah. So again, so Creasy is cross-examining him partially, and he goes, the guy claims it's a mistake, and he says it's the parents' fault that they don't know what their kids are doing.
so seriously, breaking this argument in this case.
Yeah, it's like, okay, but
Like sometimes the argument works, but I don't feel like it in this.
like, the kids shouldn't have access to be able to do this anyway.
Yeah, this shouldn't be on the internet for this sort of use, but
And then they get a little scene of literally Cindy has walked up to Gracie. She is kind of wearing the same clothes from the day before.
or she doesn't have her blazer on. I think that's
She
what
doesn't have a blazer. She's just like her shirt and pants, and she's picking up. Creasy has got her food, and it's like, do you go home? She goes, kind of. Not really. I feel great.
No. The answer is no. Then the answer is she
So
did
I
not.
was wrong. Jones is the one who found out that there was a
Yeah,
co-founder
yeah, right.
who bought him out, and he
Yeah,
wasn't okay with everything that was going on, but he can't really say much because there's an NDA.
yeah,
And she's like, okay. He's like, okay, take someone with SVU with you to go talk to this guy.
mm,
She brings Curry. The NGAs
yeah,
can't cover
yeah,
illegal
yeah.
activities. So the guy testifies and
Yeah, Carice
basically
before
says,
that, before she walks away, Carice gives her his he had just ordered it. Like I don't know, he had something in a bag, paper bags. He's like, take it, make sure you're eating.
and everybody was like, oh, he's taking care of his little lesbian daughter. How cute.
Yeah, yeah, she is. Everyone has said
And everyone
she's
is
lesbian.
convinced.
No one's arguing this argument here. No one is arguing this. It's true. It is fact. Hopefully, we have an actual canon answer one day.
Yeah. So the the guy says, well, the nudes were more profitable, and he's like, AI can't think for itself, so if you put in pics of kids
Yeah.
and also pics of nudity, it's going to make child porn.
Yes.
And Creasy brings up like this email that she had. He's like, you kept this for years, but never deleted it.
Yeah.
Why? And he goes, because I knew we'd end up here someday.
Yeah. It's like I'm covering it all.
So, yeah, there's that. The verdict comes in, and he is found guilty on promoting nude acts of minors and the other charges.
Yeah. They're all related
like,
to that
yeah.
case.
No, Frick, of course he did. Of course he
Exactly.
is. So we're like, okay, all's
Good.
And then the judge is like, the prosecution and defense, I need you to sit.
Stay.
And they're like,
But why?
what?
Okay.
Okay, what? And he is pretty much like, look, you made an excellent case, and I hear you, but
there's no law,
there's
exact
no
law saying
law
that.
that says this is
It's-
illegal.
Yeah, so
So
return.
he had to put the jury's verdict aside, and the guy is let go. Jones is
Jones is bad. She's not
so
having it.
upset. Like she
She's
almost starts crying. She's like, what just happened? What is going on? And Greasy's like, sometimes we something on the lines of like, sometimes we swing, but we can't always get it.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting because back in the day, Greasy would have reacted the same way she did.
Yes.
But he's grown and now
Yeah.
he's supporting her. And
Yeah.
the judge is basically like, you have to kind of bring this to Albany if you want to make this a law.
Yeah.
Or we're
Yeah.
not going to do it in my courtroom.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. So
like,
she kind of makes this argument case that like Jones is like, well, there's maybe these companies are like feel like they have a leg up now because there's no legal. They very much now have the legal precedent to keep doing this because there's no law.
Yeah, it's like, okay, well,
we shut down a couple, maybe, and now there's gonna be hundreds more.
Now we gotta go with the law.
Yeah.
But so yeah, like, do I wish it wasn't pushed aside? Yes. Do I kind of understand? Yeah, it kind of reminded me of the case that Barbara had of
Yeah,
being like imposter, like sex.
Yeah.
Like there's this guy who was pretending to be a Harvard admission person having sex with women to get their kids into promising to get their kids into Harvard, and he wasn't actually working for Harvard.
Yeah, they were like,
so it's like, well, there wasn't really a law for that. But
it's not a law for saying.
There wasn't really a law for this, but it's wrong.
Yes. There's not a law saying you can't do this.
And Olivia is like in the back going,
yeah,
no, like she's not happy about this either. So, well, there's that. They can't do anything about it. But at least the judge is like, if you
want to do this.
Yeah, the judge at least like agreed that there was definitely an issue. He just couldn't do anything legally.
Yeah.
If I was the jury, I'd be like, hey, what the hell are we here for?
Unfortunately, they can just randomly decide one day you need to. That's
No, I'd be like, if I was the jury and we had just given a verdict and the judge is like, nah.
Yeah, the
never
judge.
mind.
Yeah,
I
the
would
judge can
literally be
overturn
like,
it.
then what did you have us do all
That
this
is
for?
But it's a precedent that is very interesting. The fact that like we've chosen, at least in America per se, to be like 12 unanimous people have to decide if you are
And they
guilty or
all
not.
agreed he was
And if
guilty.
they,
And then
they
you're like,
agree, but the judge can overturn
yeah,
it.
never mind. It's like, what the heck were we here for?
Literally. So then there's one last scene. So they're all
And it's literally like the squad talking, and then Griffin is like, oh, did you guys ever use like Chat GBT? And like Bruno like accidentally goes like, yeah, and then the squad is like, okay,
I used it once or
what
twice.
for? And he's like, fine. And he looks and he goes, therapy.
I said Bruno.
Curry is like, Bruno. And literally Olivia just goes like this.
Yeah, it was like, no. Go see.
Somebody took a picture of it because it was
I have it saved because it was just
hilarious.
One of my many meme pictures of like, where's the camera? So it's just like, oh,
Olivia is just like, oh.
One of my many meme responses will be that one. So then Amanda walks in.
And then everybody leaves and Amanda comes in and they're like, oh, we'll leave you all alone.
Yeah. He's like, you're buying drinks. I think they make Curry buy them drinks or something. She's like, oh.
No, Griffin. They're like,
Griffin.
new guy, you're buying drinks.
Buying drinks. So it's like the three of them are going.
So the three of them leave. And Olivia goes, oh, so Tynan isn't messing with me? You're here? Yeah. And she's like, yeah, because she moved around things in intelligence, and my old boss is out, and my new boss is in, and
it's a lot. It's too much. Mm-hmm.
Puzzle pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And she's pretty much like, Liv, I don't want to like be a part of her game.
Yeah.
Then Olivia's like, you're not. You know there's always a spot here for you.
Always is.
With all this going on, I'm going to need someone that I can trust.
Mm-hmm.
And Amanda goes, unlike Griffin.
It says, everybody knows.
And it's like, yes, that went with my theory that like Amanda's gonna give him shit.
Exactly.
And Olivia goes, he's ambitious. And Amanda goes, I think that's worse. I'll keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
And then as she's leaving, she goes, see you in the morning, boss.
Yeah.
It's like, yay, she's back. Yay.
Because it's really
interesting to see, because then there were so many tweets that went out. People are like, please, we need both her and Bruno to give him shit.
Exactly. Double team him. Like they got it.
So as of right now, we don't know if this guy is a spy or a good guy.
Well, we have a loose inkling. It seems, because in the true ending of the episode, he goes to talk to Tynan, he goes to their house or something. So what is he talking about?
Like, we literally don't know. But anyway, Amanda's back. Yay!
We'll see her in a couple of days for the whole episode, not just
then this episode. I forget what
Feed the craving. It says, when a woman in active labor is abducted, Rollins and Curry look to her doula for accounting events. Creasy tries to get a confession in front of the jury.
And then there's like
abducting somebody in active labor is crazy.
Then there's like the scene in the precinct where like
Olivia walks in and there's like 12 women, like,
and they're like, are you all?
Yeah, she says no. There's a lot more. This is what she says. She says all just a lot more.
You all here for this? Are you all the victims of this? So it'll be interesting to see why they're all there.
Exactly. We know this doula might be involved in some sort of way because they're trying to ask her about what happened. I don't know if the doula's here or she.
Anyway,
it might be a doula.
I give this episode 3.5.
I said 4. I like this one.
Yeah, I take it back 4.
I don't think I have the grapes actually, but
Yeah, so it'll
This-
be good. We'll finally get Amanda back. Hopefully,
Yeah.
we get some releasey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some real, yeah, we'll see. That's fun. So that's the only thing that's that this week. Um, yeah. I don't know what else to talk about. I think we covered everything.
I think that's it. Yeah.
It was fun.
Okay,
So
bye, guys.
yeah, thanks for listening. Don't forget to like and
I'm
subscribe.
gonna make it
And
really fast. Bye.
yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe and share with your friends or your enemies. Share with a lot of people. I don't care. Tell us what you think. And you're so loved if you have not heard that.
Mhm.
That's all. Okay, for real. Bye.